Greetings, people of the interwebs. Jake here with another trailer analysis video on the third, I believe, and final Rogue One trailer. So, right off the bat, I love how they have the iconic and classic Star Wars theme playing very quietly, very subtly in the background at the very beginning of this trailer, which I think really just adds... I don't know, for me personally, just being a music person, adds just that little extra touch to the trailer that really kind of brings me into it. Then, of course, we see... forget the name of the actor and the character who's confronting Galen Erso, the guy who is helping create the Death Star. Or so we thought, although I actually think that this movie will help fix one of the major plot holes in the whole Star Wars lore, basically, since, this Star Wars first came out back in the 70s, where a lot of people always nitpick and criticize the Death Star for having that one fatal flaw. But I'm starting to think that Galen Erso, since it looks more or less like he was kind of coerced into helping the Empire build the Death Star rather than him willingly helping design it. And apparently, I think Disney might have released it, or Lucasfilms, or somewhere or another. It was revealed that the character is a laser specialist, which makes me think that the Death Star itself, in episode 3, they already had the exoskeleton for the Death Star, and they already had the plans in episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So, and a lot of people are thinking, oh, well, this movie's going to be about the building of the Death Star, which would contradict, the episodes 2 and 3. But I don't think that's the case. I think what happened is they had it completed probably... I don't know, I'm no expert. I don't know if there actually is a timeline, but I would say it only took them 10 years. Let's just go with 10 years as a random number to, build all of the Death Star. The outer shell, the interior and all that stuff. That was all complete. However, they still needed... a way of using the laser and weaponizing it. And I imagine they probably worked on it several times, but either came across bugs or just couldn't figure it out. But then they come across Galen Erso, who's, I imagine, a top laser expert in the galaxy, and recruit him to kind of be like, look, dude, go weaponize this laser, make it shoot things, and make them blow up. Or we'll hurt your family, or something along those lines. So I believe it was either in the first teaser or the first trailer for Rogue One, we actually see the disc for the laser actually being placed on the Death Star. And I think that's where the misconception came about, where people were speculating that, oh, they're building the Death Star in this movie. Now, the Death Star's been done for several years. This is just the final touch. Again, this is pure speculation. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm probably wrong. I might be right. We'll see on December 16th. But that's just my speculation. But also, I really like how this trailer is just really hammering home that this is a war movie set in the Star Wars universe. Because that's what they said from the very beginning, that, the series is called Star Wars, and we have yet to see, an actual war movie in the Star Wars universe. So obviously, we've seen wars take place, but not, a specifically war-centric movie. And that's what this is. And I think this trailer does a really good job at just showcasing the scale of this. We see several different planets, which I really like that they're... I think we've seen more in this trailer of, some of the different planets, Jedha. Apparently that's the planet where I think the Jedi were first formed, or, that was kind of their home planet, and that's when we see that statue, or that broken statue of a Jedi Knight, fairly early on in the trailer. So we see more of that planet. We see more of, I believe the planet is Screeve, that kind of jungle, tropical-looking planet. I think that might also be the planet where they are built the Death Star. So it looks like they've showcased more of the different planets we're going to be seeing in different atmospheres and all that. But also just different, again, more battle and action sequences. Both ground troops, fighting the AT-ATs and Imperial Walkers, and then also space battles with X-Wings fighting the TIE Fighters. So I think this trailer did a really good job at just showing that this is a war movie. It's going to be a bit darker than the previous Star Wars movies, and I love it. So that's one of the things that I really like about this trailer, and I think we are also getting a bit more character, depth and character development of Jyn Erso and her arc throughout this movie based on this new trailer. Because the last one, she just seemed kind of like this sassy, spunky, young woman that the rebels are recruiting, and it almost seems kind of reluctant. But it looks like in this trailer they might have even broken her out of Imperial, maybe the Imperials captured her and they broke her out of the escort or something like that, because she's the daughter of one of the people who helped weaponize the Death Star. But in this, it seems like we kind of see her at the beginning as that kind of reluctant character, and then we see her kind of evolve, and even towards the end of the trailer, giving a nice little pep talk to the rebels, kind of giving words of encouragement, presumably towards the third act when they're about to do probably their last big battle, and stand against the Empire would be my guess. So again, and they also showcase some of the other characters as well. Unfortunately, I don't know any of their names, but the droid that used to be an Imperial droid, and just overall some of the other rebel and supporting characters, they're kind of showing a bit more of them and kind of giving them a bit more screen time in this trailer, because the previous one's obviously more Jyn centric, with little bits and pieces of some of the other characters. But this one, I think they're kind of giving a bit more broader scale of again, that's just the sheer scale of the action sequences and stuff like that in this movie, but also the characters, both villains and rebels alike. So we also got more of the commander, who's, again, his name escapes me, and then we even get that brief little glimpse of Papa Vader, which looks really cool. And I think Vader, once we see him, he's not going to be a very big role at all. He's probably only going to be in maybe between 5 minutes, definitely less than 10. I'd say between 5 and 7 minutes of screen time in total. But I think he's just gonna wreck people up at some point. The rebels are gonna, as they're taking the Death Star plans, probably gonna turn around the corner. There's Vader, just flicks his lightsaber open, just starts mowing people down, which would be amazing, because that's something we have yet to see in any of the Star Wars movies. We've seen it in the comics, we've seen it in some of the novels and books, which is amazing, but we have yet to see it in a movie. And even if it's just 30 seconds of Vader just running, cutting people down, oh my god, I will lose my mind, and I think a lot of the other people watching the movie will as well, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. So I'm really, really looking forward to this movie even more. And also, I'm a Star Wars fan, so regardless, I was already on board. Even though there's all that talk about reshoots, which every movie has reshoots, especially these big blockbuster movies, so shut up, people. Just quit freaking out. And I've liked all the teasers, the trailers, and the posters have all been great, but I think this trailer, for me personally, really just kind of solidified my excitement in this movie. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I really love this trailer. Again, I like that it's showcasing more of the planets, the characters, but I don't know, it kind of makes me wonder how many of these characters, if any of them, are making it out of this movie alive. Because I'd be willing to bet a majority of them, if any of the characters do survive, a majority of them are gonna die. Just because, for one, we've not heard of these characters in any of the movies or anything like that. Which, that could mean nothing, could mean a lot of things. But also just because I think it's the fact that they had to go, this is the beginning of the rebellion, and I imagine they don't start off all that well. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of casualties because it's war, and war is very ugly. So, that's kind of some of the things that I'm expecting to see in this movie, but I'm pumped. So that pretty much wraps up this trailer analysis. I feel like there's more I had to say, but I forgot it. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. Hopefully you all have enjoyed this, and if you have, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out here at the channel. And also feel free to check us out on Facebook at Pacebell Productions. Just, like the page, get updates and news and stuff like that on things that are going on in the channel, when things are getting uploaded, all that stuff. Same with the Twitter page at Pacebell Pro. So go check that, follow us there. Again, same stuff, news, updates on the channel when things are getting uploaded, all that jazz. Or you can follow me on my own personal Twitter page at IrishmanJake, all in words. And just tweet at me. We can talk about stuff, or just, you can see what I'm up to. But that wraps up this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, everyone, cheers.